show where we plant the seeds of greatness in our children. Africa's future, we nurture their dreams, empower their minds, mold them into.
Hello, Afri Mom, wherever it is you're joining us from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're welcome to the ARAL show, where ARAL means Afri Moms Raising African Leaders. I am Zoe Octavia Obaze. It is a delight to have you here with us again because there is one simple question I want to start with. Are you in touch with your childhood friends? I wish I can hear you echo the answer. Perhaps you can start by commenting that wherever it is you're joining us from. This is the ARAL show, and it is powered and produced by Digits 1024 Radio. Please subscribe to our channel as well as the ARAL show on YouTube. Please comment as well if you have been in touch with your childhood friends. Today, I would have been delighted to introduce again my steady and my study Somi. But of course, right now I'm being joined by another guest, a woman, a mother, who herself has enjoyed the beauty of friendships, especially valuable friendships from childhood, and has been able to deliberately and intentionally nurture such kinds of friendships for her children as well. I have someone here. She is our guest on the show. Please join me as I welcome Mrs. Iyabode Adepoju. You are welcome to the ARAL show, ma'am.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
so
you,
lovely to
Zoe.
have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, something I really find very interesting about today's conversation is it's about friendships.
Yeah.
And that is, I mean, who doesn't have a friend?
I don't think there's anybody like that.
Exactly. And if there's somebody like that, I think I feel very sorry for the person because, I mean, you're losing out. Yes, you have siblings. Yes, they are
Yeah.
parents. But then valuable friendships are something else. Okay. Before I read out the questions and ask you to share with us whatever is your mindset for which you are raising your children and helping them to nurture their friendships, I want to read out her profile. Would you want me to go on with her profile? I can almost hear your screams. Yes, please. Okay, I'll do that right away. All right. Mrs. Iyabode Adepoju hails from Iwo local government of Osun State. So she's a proud Yoruba woman from Nigeria.
Ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí o.
Oh, shit. Nice. Okay, she's married to Mr. Adegoke Adepoju, her sweetheart, whom she has been married to for the past 10 years. And they have both enjoyed the tremendous advantage of valuable friendships. I'm going to ask you about that later. Iyabode is a caterer who leverages delicious food to bring people together and to create memorable experiences. To her, cooking is a love language, and each dish she prepares is a token of love and care. Iyabode Adepoju is a proud mother of 2 adorable children, and she has chosen voluntarily to throw open her doors to children that her own children call friends. With a recent love for crocheting, Iyabode has found another wonderful way to express her creativity and to unwind. So whether she's trying out a new recipe or working on a crochet piece, Iyabode is constantly pouring her love and her care, and eventually sharing with the people that she loves. Once again, you're welcome to the ARAL show.
Thank you. Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you for the opportunity.
I'm so glad to have you here.
Same here.
You know, I was looking through the pictures that you sent to us, and I kept on seeing very happy children. And then there was another one where you were with the happy children. And I'm like, this woman is a mother of very many children. I mean, you have just 2, but we're seeing you and so many children, and they are friends of your children. So let me start by asking you the first question. Why is friendship so important to you? What have you experienced for which friendship has now become so important to you? Yeah, I just want to start with that. What is friendship to you?
Friendship to me is something I cherish a lot
Okay.
because growing up, when
Yeah.
I was much younger,
Yeah.
I witnessed my siblings
Yeah.
because I'm from a polygamous family. So
Okay.
our house is always filled up with
Mm.
my sister's friends, my
Oh.
brother's friends. So
Oh.
our house is always filled up with that.
Oh.
And one thing that I witnessed
Yeah.
growing up is they never choose they never chose someone wayward for
Okay.
themselves. I've
Okay.
never seen someone wayward with any of my
Of your own
own
siblings while you were
siblings
growing up. That's what you
while I was
observed.
growing up. Yeah, that was what I was.
Oh.
So unconsciously,
Yes.
I found out that the
Mm-hmm.
people I move around with,
Yes.
the people I call friends
Yes.
when I was growing up,
Yeah.
are
I also
that kind
not
of
wayward.
person. They are not wayward. I don't know if at that time I want to say I was naive at that time, so I
Of
don't know what they
course.
see in me
Yeah.
that attracts them.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they were scared of
Your older siblings.
my older siblings.
Yeah.
They are serious, so don't let us move closer to this girl. Don't let us go close because they will not like to see us with them. I don't know. I just found out that it's not as if while going on the streets of your life or thereabout, you
will
will not
come
meet
across, of course, the good, the bad, and the
good,
ugly.
the bad, but you have a choice to
Exactly.
choose
Friendship is a
whoever
choice.
comes your way.
Yeah.
So till until this time of my life,
Yes.
I hold every friend in my life
Very dear.
dearly.
Wow.
Very dear to me.
Wow.
I'm friends with older people that are 7 years older than me,
Wow.
my age mates, even
Yeah.
the people that are younger than me.
Younger.
I'm friends with them, and I keep them. I show them every time
Yeah.
how important they are to me.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. So I've picked a few things. We have just started and I'm already picking gems from what you're saying. So one first thing I heard you say is that, there's an adage, in as Africans, we are rich with words. Somebody said that, hey, I wish I can remember exactly how it was said, that proverbs are like the palm oil that we use to eat our own yam. So it's like that adage that says it is the front leg that the back leg will follow. So while
That's
you
in
were younger,
Yoruba will say, "Ẹṣin iwájú ni tẹ̀yìn wò sáré."
thank you very much. Okay, so I like the fact that while you were younger, you were observing your older ones, and the fact that they kept certain kinds of friendships informed your own decision. So it's not like they even carried you and said, these are the kind of friends, sat you down. But you learnt it from observation. And something else you said that caught my attention is that even when other kinds of friends saw you, there was some kind of a caution that they had to give themselves because of the kind of siblings you had. That's like away from our topic, but it's something worthy of note.
Yeah.
That if our older children can behave uprightly, it informs the choices of our younger children.
Yeah.
And then something else that you said, which I really like, is the fact that you were saying, I don't even know what attracts the kind of friends that I attracted. But I could answer you. It's like a magnet. I mean, it is who you are that you magnet into your life. So I want to delve a little into your husband, because your profile already tells us that there's something about your husband and his friendship. So can you tell us a little about Mr. Adepoju, your sweetheart, the man to whom you have been married for the past 10 solid years?
Yeah.
What about his friendships does he value so much, and that he has been able to nurture? Just tell us in a brief spell.
Okay. This question is quite personal to me, and
Okay.
it's quite emotional because I all the time I've spent with him,
Yeah.
I've seen him nurture all his friendships.
Wow.
And there was a time in his life
Yes.
that he had to drop out of school. That was
Okay.
when he was 12, around 12. He had to drop out of school
Okay.
for one or two reasons.
Okay.
So he stopped going to school at around when he was in GSS 3.
Okay.
So he stayed with his uncle for like almost 5 years.
Okay.
That he thought, or that his mother begged that, okay, please help me send this child to school.
Okay.
So due to one reason or the other,
Yes.
it's not as if the person is being wicked,
Yeah.
but you know,
Eventually,
there
they
are-
were unable to.
yes,
to do
eventually,
that.
because
Okay.
that one too has their own.
Challenges, and
Exactly,
difficulties.
it's just
Okay.
that it's quite unfortunate that
Okay.
it has to affect him and all that.
Yes.
So he had to stop school.
Okay. So where did the friendship come in? That
So-
was valuable.
There is this set of friends that he worked, that they moved around with
At their age of 12.
at that age of 12.
Okay.
Whenever he's telling me that story,
Yes.
I count myself blessed that I'm alive
Yeah.
to
Witness.
that kind of
Wow.
story. So he said, as young as they are,
Yeah.
they are just three.
Okay. 3 sets of. They were
Yes,
friends. Like
yes,
a set
they
of
were
friends,
three.
Okay.
Him and 2 other person.
Okay.
They go out for evangelism. As young as they are, they go
Yeah.
out for evangelism.
Okay.
So, but where I want to come in is when that time that he had to drop out of school,
And we'll stay at home for like 5 years.
those ones were going to school.
Okay, they were going to
They were going to school.
Okay.
So at that time, he was at home
Yeah.
and everything, doing household chores and
Yeah.
helping his aunts
Okay.
with her business and all
Okay.
that. So
okay.
eventually, when those people when they are around SS3,
Okay, that's now they were now teenagers.
they were now teenagers
Okay.
then. So he started they had to beg him, or they had to advise him to do it. They taught him.
Wow.
They taught him
Like
like
his friends,
tutorial.
like,
They
tutored him.
Yes, they tutored him so that he can take GC.
Wait, please let me get your point.
These
At
two
some
friends,
point,
yes,
He dropped from school
He
because
dropped
there were
from
some
school.
difficulties.
Yes.
But he had some
All-
friends
yes.
that were going to school.
all those times that he is at home, at times at night,
Yes.
they will go to a quiet place
And teach him.
and teach him. Yes.
Wow.
They were deliberate because they want to hold his hands
Wow.
while they were growing up.
Wow. So those friends tutored him and was able to write the GC.
He was able to write the GC, and guess what?
What?
At first sitting, he
cleared.
cleared all
my
his
God.
papers.
Oh my.
At
Oh
first
my.
sitting.
Oh my. Oh my. That's amazing.
So I was so,
I mean, talk about friendship.
and guess what? Till now, they are still standing strong
As friends.
as friends.
Oh my God, I'm having goosebumps. I'm having goosebumps. So now you just told us about a friendship that, I mean, for your husband who you have been married to for about 10 years, to still have friends that he had when he was 12.
Yeah.
And those friends helped him prepare and write for an examination when he missed school for 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doffing my hat. I'm doffing my hat for such friendship. So it now makes me want to ask. Thank you so much for sharing that. So mothers, when our children bring home certain friends and we notice that I like something about this child, I consider this child valuable, we are saying, we're picking gems from what you're saying. We're saying that do well to help your child maintain that friendship. You know that we are very prone as African women to sometimes gloss over tiny details, either because of upbringing or our society. Sometimes we just feel like if I've given them good food, I've tried. If I've sent them to school, that's enough. If I've told them don't lie, don't steal, I've done even very well. But we're saying that add to your intentionality list, nurturing deliberately valuable friendships on behalf of your child.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, do you think that when your child turns 18, for instance, that there's this feeling that Okay, no, I want to ask you first of all, because I noticed that you always, so you have your two children, but there's always a battalion around you.
Yes, so I call them my squad.
Your squad. So this your squad. Please tell us, what exactly do you do with this your squad? How do you fuel these people's movements? What exactly do you do when you're with your squad? Please, her squad is her children's friends. So, and why do you do it? What do you do when you're with your squad, and why do you do it?
Those children, they are inspiration to me. There is this life that they give to me whenever I babysit them.
Wow. You open the doors of-
Their parents, which are my friends,
Yeah.
they bring in their children whenever they are whenever they are busy
Yes.
with one thing or the other.
Yeah.
They bring them to me and I babysit them in the house.
Wow.
So when I started bringing these children together,
Yes.
at times one of my friends would say, it looks like you start a daycare oh, because this is your calling. I said, I'm not doing any daycare, but these ones, just leave them for me.
Wow.
So most times when they come around,
Yes.
at times I pick them in school.
Okay.
I pick them up in school. So when they come to my house, they do their assignments
In your house.
in my house. Yes, they do their assignments in my house. I already have pencils, eraser, ruler, all those things in the purse. So I bring it out. They do their assignments.
Wow.
But another thing is, when there is this Easter period,
Yeah.
that I have this initiative. A friend told me
Okay.
about this initiative that, okay, with your children, can you try create a Easter story
okay, an
with
Easter
your
story,
children,
yeah.
an Easter story with your
Yeah.
children?
Yeah.
I said, I have only 2. How am I going to do? I just think 1 or 2. My squad, come, let's do something together.
Wow.
Do you know that year, Zoe, we were able to create the tomb
The tomb.
Wow. Where Jesus Christ resurrected
from.
from, where they buried Jesus Christ.
my.
And we were able to create, I forgot to send you the pictures.
Wow.
It was so nice.
Wow.
We created it together. This was last 2 years. Last year we created the armor of God.
Wow.
And every time they comes,
Wow.
I make it memorable for them,
Wow.
alongside teaching them morals.
Wow.
It's not as if they are not taught from their house. I
Yes.
trust my friends.
Yes.
That was why I allowed them
Yes.
into my house,
Yes.
because they are from a godly family.
Amen. That's awesome. Okay, so what? so far, Mrs. Iyabode has shared with us that she as a woman, she has had friends, and those friends have given birth to children, and she has observed that since her friends are good friends, their children equally would be raised to be good children. And so something she has then done is to help maintain the friendship, more like cement it. I don't know what I'm thinking of as cement, like help the friendship work. And some of the things she does practically is, when the children come to her own house, rather than just leave them, she tries to deliberately create memorable activities, so that her children and those children can have things they can remember. For instance, she thinks outside of the box. And I know that because of her, I need to ask, as the caterer per excellence that you are, what role does food play in strengthening these friendships for you and your squad? Please, her squad is her children's friends. So what role does this play? I think we'll quickly answer this and then we'll go on a short break. Please do not go away. All right?
My squad.
Right.
I don't want to call them those children. My squad.
Yes.
Whenever they comes around,
Yeah.
I make sure I don't go out. I don't should I say I don't go out of my way? Because I make sure I feed them with whatever I have.
Wow.
There's a day that I don't have really good food in the house.
You don't have the chopsticks kind of things, you know.
Exactly. I have Gari Jebu.
Please, what is Gary to our international and our African borders?
It's Oyibo Yoruba, I mean, local conflicts.
What's this called? Gary Jebu.
Gari
Okay.
Jebu, that's cassava flakes.
Okay, Casaflex.
Yeah, cassava flakes.
Okay.
So I bought granuts. I feed these children.
You don't mean
it. They soak Gari.
So okay.
So I said that to say that I make sure that whatever I feed my children,
yes.
I feed it to them.
Wow.
Even there is this
With the permission of their parents, of
with the
course.
permission of their parents. There is this two soldiers that I have among them.
Okay, among your squad.
Yeah, they have this upbringing that they don't like eating outside.
Okay. That's
Which
understandable.
which I don't. Yes, it's
Yeah.
quite understandable. But whenever they are around,
Yeah.
and I know that it's time for them to eat, and I know they will not eat. They will not eat.
Okay,
out.
when you know it's time for your own children to eat.
Yes, and I know
those
that
two are
they will-
around.
yes,
What do
and
you
I know
then
they
do?
will. I would prefer that. I would tell my children that, hold on, food is not ready.
Wow.
I'll make sure their mother comes. When I know that these children are hungry, but they have this upbringing
Yeah,
that
not to
they do-
eat,
not
yeah.
to eat out.
Yeah.
I don't hold it against them. So
Yeah.
I'll tell them that your mommy will soon be back. Just hold on. I would rather call his mom or their mom that come back quick. These children wants to eat. So
Yeah. Wow. That's such a considerate move. That's so considerate. Please, can I give you a hug?
oh,
Thank you so much. That's so considerate. So something else that you have done by that is that you're also teaching your children and those children to be considerate. So their mother has raised them not to eat in people's houses, and that's fine. Though their mother is your friend.
yeah.
Right? But something you have done is, since that's the value you have been taught, live by it, and that's perfectly okay. But because they are with you in your house, what you have then decided to do is teach your children to also exercise self-control and to also be able to understand that since I cannot be eating and these people are not eating, I'll rather wait. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Please, we'll be right back. This is the ARAL show, Afri Moms Raising African Leaders. We have a guest, Mrs. Iyabode Adepoju. She weaves love in her heart, feeds it to children in super ways. She calls the children of her friends her squad. She has more to say. Please don't go away. We'll be right back.
Right, Afrimama from all corners of Africa. Right from your slumber, the time is now. Lift your voices, take action, make your mark. Intentionally raise the leaders of tomorrow. This is the ARAL show where we plant the seeds of greatness in our children. Africa's future, we nurture their dreams, empower their minds, mold them into the leaders our continent needs. A new breed of African leaders will rise, empowered by the love and wisdom of Afri moms. They will stand tall, face challenges with courage, transforming our nations one dream at a time. This is the ARAL show where we plant the seeds of greatness in our children. Africa's future, we nurture their dreams, empower their minds, mold them into the leaders our continent needs.
You're welcome back. You're welcome back. This is the ARAL show where ARAL means Afri Moms Raising African Leaders. I am Zoe Octavia Obaze. I have a guest here with us, and our conversation is around nurturing valuable friendships for the African child. Right here, our guest has shared with us so far what friendship means to her, how she has found it valuable, the experiences that her own husband has had, you should please listen to that part. How he has been tremendously impacted by friendships that he nurtured from childhood, and he still holds those friendships very dear. Now, as a wife to him, both of them are blessed with 2 children, and she also has friends who have given birth to children, and she's deliberate in nurturing those friendships for her children. It was Lai Lovett who said, "You do not have to have anything in common with people you have known since you were 5. With old friends, you've got your whole life in common." I began the show by asking a question. Are you in touch with your childhood friends? I can answer for myself, but I'll rather that you please comment right there on the section for commenting, whether you're joining on the ARAL show on YouTube or Digits 1024. We are powered and produced by Digits 1024, your refreshing radio. Please comment, are you still in touch with your childhood friends? And maybe you can also add, what were those experiences from childhood that you would like your children to also experience now that they are growing up? Yeah, but thank you once again for being with us. You know, it's very natural for us to, when we have our children, think very seriously about raising them to be academically sound, to eat very well, to wear really nice clothes, to be morally upright, to sometimes some of us go the extra mile of, skill acquisition. But if we cast our mind back, as children, some of us stumbled into good friendships, and we are very grateful for them. But there were some visionary parents as at that time who arranged and maintained certain valuable friendships for their children. So now that we are parents, can we not also borrow a leaf? Should I say a wise, colorful leaf from those visionary parents, so that we perhaps can also nurture valuable friendships for our own children in future? That's why I like what you have been sharing with us so far, which is that your own friends, you consider them women that are good. You consider them women that are upright. And now they have their own children. So you have said to yourself that, now that I have children and my friends have children, I can even make this friendship work. And so you put in your own 2 cents. Sometimes you creatively engage these children in activities. Other times you put in a word of counsel. Other times, because you're a caterer, you leverage on your skill of cooking and create something very beautiful and share with these children. But I want to ask, what happens when your children turn 18? And you know what they say about 18? When they grow, they go. So when they turn 18, for instance, and then it becomes near impossible to influence their friendships, what do you do at that time as a mother?
I'm of the school of thought that thinks that in life there is stages.
Okay.
When your children is growing up, when they are growing up, so there are stages in life. At times, from a child from 3 months go through a stage. The stage might not be,
it might just be fleeting, just pass very quickly,
just 1 month.
Yes.
But in every stages of life, there are lessons that is attached to it,
to those stages.
those stages. And as a parent, you should pay attention
to those
stages
and pass on the lesson for that stage.
The lesson for that stage.
Okay.
When you do that, you are helping them, you are installing good values in them. You are preparing them for that time, so that when they get to that age, 18, that people feel that leave them, they are grown now to make their own decisions. Yes, they are grown to make their own decision, but that decision that they will make is the one that you have installed in them. How have you trained your children?
I like this that you have said.
Have you trained them to to that to hurt people is normal, I will hurt them. Pátápátá, màá kàn sọ pé pẹ̀lẹ́.
Please translate that for somebody that is listening to us from Ghana,
That
from
means
Liberia. Okay.
that means
Yeah.
I will I will hurt her. At the end of everything,
I'll
I'll
just
say sorry. So whenever they get to that stage, you will know as a parent.
Yes.
You will know that, okay, you are biting me. You are biting your siblings. Why are you biting your siblings? You know that
hurts them.
That
Yeah.
hurts them. So when you tell them that, please don't do that again,
Yeah.
when it's time to spank, you just spank them.
Wow.
So they know that, whenever I talk wrongly to people, it hurts them. Whenever I do this, so these things, they carry it forward
In fact,
to that time.
what can I give you? I like how you broke it down to say that there are phases and stages of a child's growth, and every stage and every phase requires certain lessons.
Yeah.
And something you have said, which is like a caution, is be careful lest a stage or a phase passes and you have not instilled or installed the lesson for that stage or phase.
Yes.
Then you tied it to the fact that at the age of 18, truly, there's little or nothing you can do in influencing your child's choice of a friend. However, if you had been careful and detailed to teach your child earlier such values as honesty,
Yeah.
you do not take from your friends what you know belongs to them. If you have been able to teach them something like being like what you have taught your children unconsciously, being sensitive to others.
Yeah.
If my child if this person is not able to eat at this time, I should not be carrying my food in front of them, making them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Something else you have been able to teach your children is, think outside of the box. So when they are in friendships and they need to share love, share care, they can think outside the box in those friendships. Also, just like you, what you experienced when you were a child, when you observe that, my older siblings don't have bad friends. Why will I now have bad friends? So in a sense, you as well, because of the kind of friends that you are keeping as a mother, your child has observed and seen that my mother's friends don't go around doing the wrong things. So why should I then nurture these kinds of friendships that are not valuable?
Yes.
So I like that, which is so in a sense it's almost like we're not answering that question, but we're answering it. So when my child gets to the age of 18 and I cannot say choose Bidemi and leave Abosede, I might not be able to say that, but I have programmed something in my child that makes my child naturally choose this friend over this one. And you know how sometimes people force friendships on us. When I say force, sometimes you don't how, like when you're in university, for instance, or in higher education, higher institution, it appears that some friendships you just stumble into it and stumble out. People just come into your life and come out. But there's a point where your child can sit and say, the influence that this person is having on me, I don't like it. And so your child can make up his or her mind that I'm not staying here.
Yeah, that's
this
where choice
yes,
comes in.
exactly, because I like that. That's where choice comes in. You have to teach your child that friendship is by choice. It's not by force.
Should learn to say no.
I should be able to say no. Teach your child to say no to friendships that are toxic. Whether it's a male to male friendship or female to female friendship or male to female friendship. Don't forget that it is when your child has learned to say no to toxic friendships, platonic friendships, that they can learn to say no to toxic romantic relationships. Abi, is it not from club that they enter dance?
Yes.
Exactly. So if your child has learned that I should choose people that my mother will be proud of, people that I'll be proud to bring to my mother, then they will know that also when it's time to choose a man or choose a woman, I'll choose somebody valuable. It's really, we need to do the who again. Please, let's do it again. It's very important. So I think that I want to have your final words. But before your final words, I want to say something to mothers out there. Please and please. It's not a very African thing to walk up to somebody and say, I like you. Come and be my child's friend. It's not very African. Somehow, we are very coy when it comes to initiating relationships. That is why as a mother, you have been telling your child your daughter, since when she was young, that I don't want to see you with any boy. Don't bring a boy to my house. Then the girl continues to grow and grow and grow. She's maturing. Then one day, all of a sudden, I ask her, don't you have a boyfriend? The girl is like, which day did you tell me
No be
that
you
you
say
have
make
a
I bring.
boyfriend? I didn't know. I didn't know.
I didn't know.
But imagine if you have been, encouraging her female friends. Even when there's a male friend, you ask her, is there a male friend? Bring him. Let us see him. Let him be our friend. She will not be hiding to nurture friendships that we will not hear stories later. So we are saying, African mothers, if you see a child from now that you like the way the child behaves, you like the kind of things the mother of that child is teaching that child, and you are also, please, if you are not raising your child well, don't go and bring your child. You are not raising well to spoil another child. But if you are being deliberate in raising your own child, you can as well look out for friends for your child. I mean, is it not eventually from those friends that your child will marry? Abi? In the end.
Yes, sir.
And you never know the kind of valuable business connections. You never know if these children, now this is your squad, one of them will be the president of Nigeria. Do we know?
Let me see one
Do we know if one
At
of your
least
squad
I'll be mother to.
mother of the president?
Oh.
You never know what the future is. Like they say, your network determines your net worth, and your contacts can lead to your contracts. You never know. So I want your final words, please. And this time, because you are a woman who is rich in your Iwo culture from Osun State, I want you to reach into your dialects and tell us. You can please tell us. We will understand. Don't worry. Then you tell us later. Please, I want you to share directly your heart to African mothers about nurturing valuable friendships for their children in Yoruba language.
Nílé ayé yìí ọ̀rẹ́ máa ń dání, ọ̀rẹ́ máa ń lani, ọ̀rẹ́ dẹ̀ máa ń ṣini lọ́nà. Ó wá kù fún ìwọ àti èmi láti mọ láti di èyí tó jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ gidi, láti dìímú, láti dúró ṣinṣin wípé èyí tí mo mú yìí òun ni èyí tó gidi, nítorí wípé tó bá mú ọ̀rẹ́ tó máa dà ẹ́, tiẹ̀ ló máa dì lẹ́yìn ọ̀la. Tó bá dẹ̀ mú èyí tí ó máa fà ẹ́ lọ́wọ́ dání, nítorí bí mo ṣe wà yìí, mo ní ọ̀rẹ́ tó jẹ́ wípé kò kọ̀ láti jẹ́ kí n máa lọ sókè níwọ̀n gbà. Ó máa ní máa lọ sókè, mò ń bọ̀ wá bá ẹ. Bí àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí mo mú ní okùn àyà mi, tí mo mú serious. So now, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, ẹ̀yin ìyá káàkiri gbogbo ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà, ẹ cherish, ẹ mú ọ̀rẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan pàtàkì. Ẹ mú wọn, ẹ má mú bí nǹkan yẹpẹrẹ. Ẹ má dẹ̀ bẹ̀rù láti dúró lórí òtítọ́, nítorí wípé òtítọ́ ló máa lékè. Tó bá parọ́ fún ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ, wípé tó bá parọ́ láti béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ, ìbéèrè tó máa gbà, irọ́ náà la máa bá ń bẹ̀. But tó bá sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀, tó bá sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ náà ni wọ́n máa fi dá padà fún ẹ. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, ẹ mú ọ̀rẹ́ ní nǹkan tí ó jẹ́ nǹkan pàtàkì nílé ayé yín. Mo ò ní kẹ́ fọwọ́ rọ́ ẹbí yín sẹ́yìn o, because ẹbí náà wọ́n jẹ́ nǹkan pàtàkì ní ilé ayé wa, àmọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ náà wọ́n jẹ́ nǹkan pàtàkì.
Thank you so much. So I am a Christian. I am a proud African. However, I am a Christian. And just listening to her, a scripture comes to mind, which is, of course, there is family. And so there's a brother and there is a sister who is biological. Yeah. However, there is that friend that can be to you closer than a brother. On our show today,
This is the ARAL show where we plant the seeds of greatness in our children. Africa's future, we nurture their dreams, empower their minds, mold them into the leaders our continent needs.
thank you so very much for staying with us. It's still the ARAL show, AfriMoms Raising African Leaders. Today, our conversation has been nurturing valuable friendships for the African child. We have had a guest who has been of tremendous value to us, sharing with us what's on her heart. Like the scripture says, I am a proud African, but I am a Christian. There is a friend that sticks closer than a brother. So we're saying while you're helping your children to enjoy family, also help them to nurture valuable friendships. Thank you very, very much for being our guest on the show today.
Thank you,
Mrs.
Zuri.
Iyabode Adepoju. So please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to keep in touch with the ARAL show, AfriMoms Raising African Leaders. Until we come your way again, remember to tell the world Africa is coming!
Mold them into the leaders our continent needs. Our free moms united in purpose, we stand strong, lifting each other, supporting our cause. Together we'll build a brighter tomorrow.